burnout.
I like he's actually careful not to slip. Ciao, Rod.
So right here, I'm hitting the chassis. But if I go right here, it could be completely red. So that's my plan. I'm gonna try to get it as round as possible.
Alrighty, guys, we are at VI Engineered. Those are fucking pretty, bro.
Cranking the fuck away this morning.
Those are beautiful.
Where'd you like them?
It sounds so weird without that intercooler, but. How you doing, brother?
Not bad, how about you?
I don't think I mentioned you yet, bro. Have I?
Oh, Zeke.
Joel, man. That's what
Sorry, are you sure? Alright.
I'm good, man. Come on. I like to get dirty sometimes.
Yeah, you can tell. I'm dirty in this bitch, so I'm sorry.
You're good, man. You're good. So real quick, guys, because I know John's pretty busy. You guys have any questions for him while he's here? This is John, by the way.
What's going on, guys?
So what they have to say. They said it looks awesome. I guess it's a little buffering right now.
ECU.
Eddie, so it's about 10 inches away from the throttle body, if not more. So there's a throttle body right there. And it's sensors. And then there's the bung. So it's a pretty good distance. It's actually,
it's got enough room to atomize.
yeah, it's definitely enough room to atomize the water and the meth together.
I don't really want to make one or two at a time. If we can manage that. I mean, I'm gonna try to probably keep a few on the shelf also, so we don't have to really wait for batch orders. But if there's not enough demand, I'll wait for batch orders. Basically, is what it comes down to.
And they're asking if it'll fit the 1.5 turbo as well.
That I have no idea. I think the easiest way to figure that out is probably do a part reference and cross-reference charge pipes from the 1.5 to the 2.0 through Honda. If it has the same part numbers, it will fit.
I know it doesn't because, so the stock piping used to have a resonator over here on this side.
Yeah.
And 1.5 has it too, but it's a different resonator. It's in the same location, but it's a different
Size?
Yeah, it's a different size.
It might be different size also for sound volume because the 1.5 and the 2 liter probably run different boost levels.
Yeah.
So they probably needed different resonation chambers for sound.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could get a 1.5 in here, I'm happy to take the car apart and test our product. If it fits, great. If not, we'll have to put stock parts back on.
And then I know you also mentioned somebody can buy it with a 1.5. They can try it. If it doesn't work, they can return it, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, guys, so you can hear that part. We can send it out, and if it doesn't work, then you guys can return it, or you can keep it if it works. And then let's see. They're asking how much it's going to be afterwards.
What's that?
The kit.
After this group buy? You know, honestly, I think we're gonna it's probably gonna be like a $15 price difference. It's gonna be very little.
Okay.
Because when I put together the initial price cost, I kind of had to get like CAD and everything else in, and it's easier just to have money up front so I can pay all my CAD costs and everything. But my CAD costs actually ended up being cheaper than what I anticipated. So I think that, you know, price point wise, we're probably gonna be a $15 difference, and that's about it.
Sweet. They say thank you, John. They're asking what the location is here. I guess we're in Denver.
Yeah, we're in Denver. And I appreciate all you guys' patience. Everybody that's patient, I really do appreciate it. It's been kind of a trying time with COVID, getting material in. we had a really hard time getting enough aluminum bends for the initial build. And then we ended up having to chop it all up because we ended up changing location of the way the charge pipe wrapped around to fit with the PRL intake. We didn't have a problem with the OEM intake, and we didn't have a problem with the custom box we built Joel, but the PRL intake has a much larger area underneath it, and we ended up having to build the charge pipes to accommodate for that. So all of our initial product run did have to be chopped up and completely redone. So everybody that was patient, I appreciate it. Anybody that canceled orders, unfortunately, I probably won't be selling to you, but I work with people that are patient, and if you're not patient, it sucks. But it's the same way with the BMW community when we roll out turbo kits and people purchase. You know, if we're 10 weeks behind and we're saying 8 to 10 weeks and people start canceling orders, they're pretty much cut off. I mean, I just don't want to deal with that. I don't like to deal with people that are impatient. Quality takes time. Proper fitting product takes time, and the ability to have the time to make products that we really are proud of, rather than rushing through and sending out stuff that doesn't fit, is important to me. So anybody that was cool enough to wait, I really do appreciate it, and you guys are going to get your products and be really happy.
Awesome.
Do what?
Someone's gonna buy one for the 1.5 so they can try it out.
Okay.
I'll show you guys a couple of the cars that they're working on here. They're a big BMW shop, and as you can see, some STI stuff too. And he deals with titanium as well. He makes custom turbo kits for the N54s, the N56 as well. Custom exhaust, obviously. Here's all the manifolds that are ready to ship out for the BMW stuff. These are all house made, and all kinds of different ones. And I've been talking to John about maybe a custom turbo kit for the Accord. So if I decide to go that route, you guys might be able to jump in on that turbo kit. 5 kits ready to go, all welded up. The only thing they'll need is the methanol bung added on there, which he's actually making some. So, but here's all your silicones, hoses and stuff. There's the jig that he's going to be able to replicate to make more kits in the future.
I can show you how they work.
Yeah. So that's the outside pipe. That's the center pipe.
And the long charge pipe that goes to the throttle body has no jig. It's got a flat pattern.
Okay.
So it just follows a roadmap, and everything else is just off measurements.
Looks so
But we
pretty.
built, the big thing is we built 5 kits off jigs, put them on the car, and all 5 fit. So having the ability to test fit 5 units off of the same jig and have it all be accurate is the most important part of it.
Yep. Man, don't mind these. These are for something else. But these are all the couplers. That's the reducer for the turbo.
Yep, that's
on turbo
side.
side. Yep. And then that's, which one is the intercooler one? This one?
So intercooler to charge pipe, this one right here. So all you PRL users, it's 2 1/4 inlet off the intercooler, and then 2 1/2-inch charge pipe. So we got the appropriate size coupler there. Turbo side it's like 1850 is the outside diameter. So we chose a 2-inch coupler because it's close enough and it'll clamp down okay and it'll be safe.
Especially with
2
T-bolt.
1/2 inch. So the inlet going into the intercooler is 2 1/2 inch on this, and we had the 3D profile flange go from 2 1/2 round into the oval shape. So you do have enough volume coming out. So when people start upgrading the turbos, you can move that amount of air without no restriction.
Sweet. And then I don't know if you guys noticed already or not, but so we had to make this notch on these hot side pipes right here, and that's just so it clears the chassis, because this pipe literally cannot fit in there because it's a lot bigger than the stock one, just so you guys know. But these are all replicated the same. There's actually a little jig for it. There it is.
One second. Oh, the press fit piece.
Yeah.
So we have a press fit unit right here that allows every charge pipe to drop in here. They bolt in with a locator. We got this piece right here that flat spots every charge pipe, so they fit in between chassis and radiator without rubbing and damaging themselves. So when you get these charge pipes in, you will see that they are damaged. That's intentional. Some people will probably message me and tell me that their charge pipes were damaged in shipping. This is very intentional, and it is clearance specifically to fit around the chassis, so the chassis doesn't rub a hole into this, because it'll happen really quickly. It's aluminum. So
Yeah.
we did a very apparent flat spot. Keep that in mind.
Yep. And I'm going to show you guys in the video why we had to do that, so you guys can see it and understand it, because these are a lot bigger than the stock pieces of pipes. And I guess that's it, huh?
Yep.
Oh, I was going to show them the inside of these, because it's probably my favorite part.
Here, I'll give you a flange and raw flange.
So this is the part that took the longest, guys. This is the CNC machined flange. So basically the intercooler, the stock one and the PRL have this kind of exit, or entrance, I guess, because it's on the hot side. So obviously there's no pipe that's that oval. So to be able to make that fit in there, we had to make this transition just so it rounds out like that.
This was the initial prototype. Now, as you can see, it's same shape. However, it's impossible to get it round.
Yep.
Now we did this to basically get at least size fitment and idea of how everything's going to work. This, I mean, obviously not ideal, and this is why I did not want to release these charge pipes until I did a profile flange. The profile flange is probably the most important part of this kit.
Oh yeah.
Because it does go from round to oval, and it fits proper. It bolts down. It's sealed properly. It's properly machined, nice and clean. So we basically went through every step that we could to make sure that we were producing the nicest part that you would be able to get.
And it looks pretty fucking badass. I just love these little lines, the CNC machine lines. And obviously that transition is going to be pretty important for the, like, so there's no like turbulence or anything like that. Yeah, that's it.
I can't imagine people trying to figure this out on their own.
This is my favorite part, bro.
It's actually kind of cool. I've never seen that before. When we got all the flanges, and I was like, what the hell is this for?
Yeah, that was like the big struggle for this kit.
I'm happy that we got custom flanges for it now. I'm actually gonna face it this way.
So this is the tedious part right here, is lining up these bolts on that flange. You're gonna reuse the bolts that you have on your stock intercooler, or your parallel intercooler, I guess.
Oh, nice. That's fun.
I'm certified flashlight holder, bro.
Me too.
These are a freaking nightmare to do these when that's the 4, because it's so hard to reach everything.
Oh yeah. I don't even think I'd attempt to do this on this one.
And coincidentally, that's the one that popped off last time, so I was like, ah.
Oh god. Alright, I need you to slide up in there.
I'm glad I'm not the only one with the bloody knuckles, too.
Huh. Every day it's new. Every day.
Dude, the other day I was like, what the fuck? How did I get this cut?
That's how I feel every day when I get home, man.
What do you drive, bro?
That red E34 outside.
Nice.
Then I have an E36 as well that I drift.
Oh, so you're a Beamer.
I actually
Beamer
never
drifter.
used to be a Beamer dude. I don't know what happened. Just happened.
You're probably hanging out with John too much.
Probably.
So,
Yep.
is that a reducer on that coupler?
So it's a 2 to 2.5.
Oh, noted you can't really fit an electric ratchet up there, so it's
You
gonna be a
what?
hand.
You want?
You can't really fit anything electric up there, so it's gonna be a hand. So it's like-
Yep, that's ratchet and wrench for sure. Yep.
Now the fitment took a while to get right, but fuck, it's perfect now.
Yeah, it's usually just it takes a second to get everything right, but once we get it, There we go.
Little
Now
ridge.
it's up there. Yeah, so you can. It felt like it was perfect right here because it was, but on the back side there was actually still a little tiny little gap. But by twisting it, I was able to get it on there all the way.
Make sure I got that on there good. Yeah, and then you gotta make sure you line up the T-bolts the right way, so you can easily access it next time if you were to take it off.
Yep. That's my biggest thing whenever I take these cars apart, like any turbo car, is I try to put all the clamps in like a reasonable manner.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Someone's gonna have to take it apart again
yeah,
at some point.
don't be
and
an
there's a
asshole
good
to
chance it's
yourself
me.
in the future, yeah, or to someone else.
It's usually me though, so might as well.
That's exactly what I do, man. All right, so now we're all tight. A little tug. Make sure you're in that little ridge up there.
So can you just flash these cars?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Seems like all the new cars are like that.
Yeah, seems like it. But yeah, this is a K-tuner, and it's custom tuned, but you can flash a base map and stuff like that too. Honda, stuff like that. There's like 3 different tuners you can use now.
Yeah. That's pretty quick.
So yeah, this will fit the stock intercooler and the PRL intercooler as well as pretty much any intercooler you put in here with a 2.5 inch or 2 1/4, I guess. That's what the PRL intercooler is. But we have a reducer here, so this is 2.5 inch, and then this coupler reduces it from 2.5 inch to 2 1/4, and then put the biggest pipe in here, and then feed it through, obviously. Some good light for you guys. And then feed it through there, and then up top there, you can see through it there. That's where you're gonna have the second connection.
It's not going on.
It's not coming off.
Oh. Oh no.
No.
Yeah, charge 5 below us anymore.
No more.
Literally just have to tighten down the clamps and it's good to go.
The hot side wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It's not. It is.
It's not anymore.
Dude, before it was a 2-piece, it was the hot stuff.